Project management is risk management. From maintaining the customer relationship to protecting the critical path, managing a project is managing a project's risks. The classic definition of risk is that risk is variability, either a hazard or an opportunity. Now, most people tend to think of risk as being a hazard. What can go wrong? However, as a project manager, you need to think of risk as being variance or deviation from the plan. Variance from timing expectations, financial expectations, as well as changes to customer expectations. When we think of risk, there are four types of risk that can be put easily onto a risk type quadrant. Starting with risks that are low probability but can have a profound impact on an organization, we have our disasters. Now, I think all of us can agree that it's not necessarily the project manager's responsibility to prepare for disasters. I believe this responsibility falls on the shoulders of your C-level executives. It is their responsibility to develop business continuity plans in the eventuality or possibility of any sort of calamitous event. From there, we can begin to identify the risks that are high probability and high impact. In my opinion, these institutional risks pervade an organization. The chronic shortage of staff, low employee morale, an organization's inability to make a decision in a timely fashion. Each of these could be considered institutional risks and thus affect our ability to manage our business on a day-to-day basis. Solving these risks is, in my opinion, beyond the reach of a single project manager. It will take all employees to change the organizational culture. The risks that remain the direct responsibility of the project manager would be risks that are high probability and low impact. When thinking of this part of the quadrant, I like to call it death by 1,000 cuts. It is in this quadrant that we see those daily project challenges, late shipments, changing customer requirements, as well as technical challenges. Each of these daily hassles alone will not cause a disaster. However, combined, the thousands of daily risks and our inability to manage them effectively can erode our competitiveness and leave us in virtually the same spot as if we had suffered through a disaster. It is in this quadrant where we must adhere to a disciplined enterprise-wide approach to operational risk management. With a disciplined approach, not only can we avoid the fear of death by 1,000 cuts, we can also take advantage of opportunities to bolster our competitiveness and improve our position within the marketplace. Going back to our original definition, risk management is not only removing hazards, it is also where we can seize an opportunity. Most importantly, though, it's important to remember that the project manager's job is to prevent these day-to-day operational risks from morphing into disastrous outcomes.